Yo, what's going on, people? And we're back again with another video, and it's that time of the year or season, I guess, where we're talking about best Mythic Plus trinkets to farm for absolutely everybody. So, in season 3, we've seen a lot of returning dungeons, we've seen old dungeons come back, we've seen new dungeons continue to be in the pool, and the guys over at Wowhead have posted best trinkets currently that should be farmed. So, coming back into the best strength trinkets is first of all the trinket down from Floodgate. Now this trinket was very iconic in season 2. Literally, if you played agility or strength, you had this trinket. I'm pretty sure like 95% of tanks even ran this trinket. That's how broken it was. It's coming back. Hopefully it's not going to be that powerful and people aren't just playing this trinket by default and off you go, but I have a feeling it's still going to be super powerful. We've also got the Arakara Sack Brew coming back, which is a really nice haste stat trinket that also gives you a really nice primary stat on equip. Doesn't it just pops? Can happen every minute and a half, essentially, or just over a minute and a half, minute 40. We've obviously got the iconic signet of the Priory remaining within the pool of trinkets. Again, super nice trinket. Base stat stick, and then an on use power boost to mains to your highest secondary stat, which is a really nice trinket always to have. Then intellect trinkets. Finally, a new trinket from the Ecodome. The I'm not even going to pronounce these names because ain't no way anybody can pronounce that name properly. But again, nice haste stat stick, and on equip use, your damage files have a chance to attract mites to feast on your target, inflicting up to 412,000 shadow damage over 5 seconds. Well-fed mites share their meal with you, increasing your intellect by 9,389 for 30 seconds. What would be really interesting, because this doesn't have a cooldown like on it. There's no cooldown to the effect that's displayed here. What would be really interesting is to see the uptime of this trinket. If this trinket has a really high uptime, it could by far be one of the best trinkets overall, even for raiding. Like that haste stat stick into primary, just on the buff, is super good. Now going down, we've got Lily, which again is a brand new one, again from Ecodome, and this trinket is an agility and intellect stat stick. So obviously we're looking at intellect here, so intellect stat stick. It has got a minute and a half cooldown, but on the on use, it's going to increase your mastery by 9,577 for 15 seconds. Again, a nice little burst trinket to use. Surprisingly, actually, it could actually overpower the Signet of the Priory, because this is just giving you your highest secondary stat, but this is giving you mastery specific, so may outsim this one, but it would be interesting to see. Then we have the very last one from Tajavesh. If you guys played back when Tajavesh was a thing, you would know what this trinket is. But a nice, again, base stat stick, and then on use, select a player in your party or raid, granting them 299 of their highest secondary stat and granting you 1700 of the same stat for 30 minutes. I guess this could be a nice secondary, but considering this one and this one, I mean, I'm kind of going this way before I even think about this trinket. But again, we never know. Obviously, this is super early season. Could be that we get some trinket buffs and nerfs. But again, I guess it depends on your stat weights as well. Agility trinkets, obviously, we've got to go with the one from Floodgate straight out the bat. Again, we all know what this one is. Lily making its only appearance here. Again, obviously, we saw it as an agility and intellect trinket. But it could be interesting to see what people start playing with this, especially the mastery buff. Like that is super good. But and then obviously the Signet of the Priory, which will be really good. But we'll see what happens with that one. Best tank trinkets, obviously tomes remaining because we've still got Priory of the Sacred Flame. But hopefully there is another trinket that beats tome. Then we've got the Tacticianer one. I guess this will be really nice, especially if we're playing with other people that need a secondary stat. You can kind of buff them a little bit. It'll be like a mini PI, essentially. Like, it'll be the tiniest PI in the world, but it could potentially be a nice little buff there. And then we've got the Arakara Sack Brood, which is a haste stat stick, and then your abilities have a chance to stir the sack, releasing the egg, which grants you 3k primary. Each egg hatches after 1 minute, and the new brood attacks your target, inflicting 324 nature damage over 8 seconds. A nice little DPS trinket and a nice little haste buff, so it could definitely be worth using. Healer trinkets. I don't really heal, but we're going to go through them anyway. So obviously we've got the one that gives other people stats, mostly just because it's going to help other people, and then it grants you a nice little buff there as well. Signet of the Priory, just for the highest secondary stat again. And then the new one from returning one, shall we say, from Dawnbreaker, Empowering Crystal of Anubikaj. Your spells and abilities have a chance to let loose a nascent empowerment for the crystal, increasing random stats by 4,594. This one also doesn't have a cooldown stated, so again, it'd be interesting to see the uptime of this. Now, please keep in mind that this is only for Mythic Plus. This does not include raid trinkets. So it could be that you need raid trinkets. So again, as always, make sure you sim yourself. Make sure you look at the raid trinkets. But if you're not going to raid and you're looking for a Mythic Plus alternative, this is the list for you. I'll leave a link down below to this website. But if you guys have any comments or would like to add anything, as always, leave it down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.